There are some books that you read and forget, some that you enjoy for a while, then there are a few that completely change the way you look at stories. For me, that book was The Godfather by Mario Puzo. It is not just another crime novel, it's a book that actually made me fall in love with reading. The one that showed me how powerful storytelling can be and how words can make you feel a word so deeply that it becomes a part of you. I'll be honest with you, my journey with The Godfather didn't start with the book. Initially, like many of you, I saw the movie first. I still remember the first time, the dimly lit room, the heavy silences, and Brando saying, I'm going to make him an offer that he can't refuse. It was perfect. But when I finally picked up the book afterwards, that's when I realized that the movie shows you the world of the Corleones, but the book actually lets you live inside it. Mario Puzo doesn't just tell you what happens, he lets you into the hearts and minds of his character. You feel what they feel, you understand their fear, their pride, and their pain. That's the difference between watching and reading. So, what's the story really about? At its core, The Godfather is a story of the Corleone family, one of the most powerful mafia family in the America after World War II. At the head of it is Don Vito Corleone, a man who commands respect without ever needing to raise his voice. He is the kind of man everyone fears, but also deeply trusts. To his family and friends, he is a protector, a man of honor who values loyalty above all. But peace never lasts long in that world. When a rival gang tries to pull the Corleones into the drug trade, Don refuses and calls it a dirty business. And that one decision sets off a violent war between the mafia families. The Don is attacked, and his son, Sonny, Fredo, and Michael must now decide how to protect the family. Sonny is fiery and impulsive, Fredo is weak, unsure of himself, and Michael is altogether different. He is the educated one, the one who wanted to stay away from all these crimes. He fought in the war, went to college, and he wanted to live a clean life. But when his father's life is on the line, something changes. Out of love, out of duty, maybe out of destiny, he steps in. And from that moment, his life takes a completely different turn. By the end of the book, the innocent son becomes the new godfather. That transformation, watching Michael slowly turn into what he once despised, is what makes this book unforgettable. It's not just a story about crime, it's a story about how power shapes people, how family, love, and loyalty can twist into something darker when survival is at stake. One thing I absolutely love about this book is how the characters feel so much real. Don Vito Corleone isn't a typical villain. He's wise, he's calm, almost gentle, uh, a man who believes in justice and respects even in a world full of violence. He is the old world where loyalty matters more than money. Then there's Michael, the quiet, thoughtful son who becomes cold, calculating head of the family. Watching that change happen is both fascinating and tragic. And of course, there's Sunny, full of passion and temper. Kay Adams, Michael's girlfriend, representing a world of innocence that Michael will never return to. And Tom Higgin, the calm, intelligent, adopted son who acts as the family's lawyer and the moral compass. Each of these characters feels layered, human, and deeply believable. Even though they live outside the law, you can't help but understand them. You see their love, their fear, their loyalty, and that's what makes them unforgettable. If we talk about the theme, The Godfather is about much more than mafia. It's about family, that is, how far people will go to protect it. It's about power and how easily it corrupts. And it's about tradition versus change, how values collide with modern ambition. Some even say that it's a version of the American dream, just told from the shadows. Men trying to rise, to survive, to create their own kind of justice when the world fails them. That's why this story has lasted for so many years. Because deep down, it's not about guns or gangster, it's about people. Now, a lot of people ask me which is better, the book or the movie. And honestly, both are masterpieces. But if I had to choose, I'd say the book because it's more personal. The movie shows you what happens, the book tells you why it happens. You get to explore the characters' mindset, their backstories, their fears. You learn about Luca Brasi's tragic past, Johnny Fortin's inner conflict, and even how Don Vito built his empire from nothing. The book gives you that depth, that understanding that no film ever fully can. And even though The Godfather was written in 1969, it still feels relevant today. Because look around, power, influence, loyalty, and corruption are still a part of our world. Whether it is in politics, business, or personal life, the same dynamics play out everywhere. That's why this book still hits so hard, because it's just not history; it's human nature. For me personally, Godfather will always hold a special place. It's not just a book I read; it's the book that started it all. It's the reason I fell in love with reading. It showed me that a story can be cinematic, emotional, and still deeply human. When I finished it, I didn't just admire the writing, I understood what great storytelling really means. So, if you have only seen the movie, I'd say please read the book because inside those pages, you will find not just a crime saga but a story about love, loyalty, and the cost of power. I'm the imperfect reader, and this is my take on The Godfather by Mario Puzo. And if you have read it, tell me in the comments, do you think Michael Corleone was truly a villain or just a man shaped by his circumstances? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and join me in the next video. Thank you.